Дякую. Чи я мав mówić po angielsku?
Tak, yes.
Okay. So, welcome all of you. I'm very happy to be with you, with the participants of this very important conference. I'm very thankful for inviting me for just this short opening speech words at this conference. It is very timely and duly. Yesterday, President Putin has published at the national interest the article titled The Real Lessons of the 75th Anniversary of World War II. And there he stated, and I will quote him, just a second. Okay, so that is a quote from President Putin. That is the article is about the facts, the historical processes which led to starting the Second World War. And he wrote the following: the blame for the tragedy that Poland then suffered lies entirely with the Polish leadership, which had impeded the formation of a military alliance between Britain, France, and the Soviet Union, and relied on the help from its Western partners, throwing its own people under the steamroller of Hitler's machine of destruction. And that is first thesis, and the second thesis is just he shows Germany as a victim of Second World War. So he does not pretend to explain the reasons of Second World War in Germany, in the political processes which were present there, together with the Soviet-German pact, but he completely destroys the historical truth, blaming on the Polish authorities for beginning of World War II. And then I believe that we have to bear in mind the following, that the most important for everybody is the truth. I don't like the word narrative. I understand that we are everybody fascinated by mostly American way of presenting opinions, political opinions, and that politicians should have their own narrative. But when we are talking about history, we do not need narrative. Of course, as a historian, I also understand that every historian writes history trying to explain with the narrative the historical processes. But what is the most important is that this narrative should show the truth, not the political interests. Now we are confronted with the narrative, which is the narrative of President Putin, which is a narrative which is completely not connected to facts, which is the narrative completely not connected to the historical truth. Therefore, what I am calling for is not to answer with our narrative. Our answer should be just to show the truth, because only truth can defend us. That is first. Second, that is that the authoritarian countries, they use history as a political tool. And it is very visible today with Russia, but also with China. These authoritarian countries use this tool, use this historical narrative as a tool to enslave their victims, to enslave for example, countries which surrounds Russia. And we have to bear in mind that democracy can defend itself only by showing, promoting the truth. Sometimes the truth is unpleasant. Sometimes the truth is very tragic for those who are presenting it. We can talk a lot about Polish-Ukrainian history, and we absolutely know that the truth about this history is painful, both for the Poles and the Ukrainians. But if we think about the friendship for the future, we have to come back to the truth. We have to find the truth, because only the truth can enable us to avoid the faults from the past. That is the same situation with Russia. What we need to expect from our Russian friends is to base our relations on the truth, and that is why I'm very thankful to Memorial, which is the best example on how to deal with between the nations on which level of just on the truth. So I would like to conclude with the following: we should study, we should research, we should promote the truth about the history, because only the truth can be the basis for real friendship between the nations. And that is also why I'm very keen to speak about, to talk about the truth with Russians, with President Putin. So search for the truth, promote the truth, then the truth will be the basis for peaceful relations between our nations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Залевський. And я хочу передати слово